Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm so glad you're here because today we're diving into something really fascinating: how our childhood experiences shape the way we love as adults. Now, you might think we completely choose who we are, and that's true to an extent. We have the power to grow, change, and improve ourselves. But the reality is, the way we were raised leaves a mark. It affects how we react to situations, how we communicate, how we behave in relationships, and even how we express our emotions. Marriage and family counselors Dr. Milan and Kay Yurkovich studied this deeply and discovered something called love styles. Basically, your love style is the pattern or habit of how you respond to your romantic partner. It's shaped by the way you grew up. Understanding your love style is really powerful because it can help you see why you act the way you do in relationships, and more importantly, it can help you build stronger, healthier connections. Let's start with the first love style, called the pleaser. The pleaser usually grows up in a home where a parent is overly strict, critical, or sometimes even angry. As kids, pleasers do everything they can to behave well and avoid upsetting their parent. They don't get comfort themselves, they spend their time comforting the parent instead. As adults, pleasers are experts at reading people's moods. They hate conflict and will often give in to keep the peace. Sometimes they even lie or hide their true feelings to avoid arguments. The problem is pleasers spread themselves too thin trying to make everyone happy. They may take on too much, overcommit, or even ignore their own needs. When stressed, pleasers can feel completely overwhelmed and might even pull away from relationships to cope. So, what's the key for pleasers? It's learning to be honest about their feelings. It's okay to say no, to set boundaries, and to stop worrying about pleasing everyone all the time. Real love and connection come from being genuine, not from trying to be perfect for others. Next, let's talk about the victim. Victims usually grow up in chaotic or unstable homes. Maybe there was a lot of yelling, or maybe things felt unpredictable. To survive, victims learn to stay quiet, stay under the radar, and hide their true selves. Some victims even create imaginary worlds in their minds as a way to escape difficult realities. Victims often struggle with low self-esteem, anxiety, or depression. Because of their childhood experiences, they sometimes end up in relationships with controlling partners, almost like they're repeating the pattern they grew up with. Calm and stability can actually feel strange to them because they are so used to chaos. The key for victims is learning self-love and standing up for themselves. They need to realize that it's okay to have needs, to speak up, and to expect respect in a relationship. They don't have to settle for being walked over or ignored. Now, let's move on to the controller. Controllers often grow up in environments where they had to fend for themselves. They didn't feel protected, so they learned to toughen up and take control of their surroundings. Controllers need to feel in charge because it gives them a sense of safety. They believe that staying in control will prevent them from feeling helpless or vulnerable. Controllers often see anger as a tool rather than a weakness. They like things done a certain way and can get frustrated if others don't follow their plan. They prefer to solve problems on their own and often resist asking for help. For controllers, the lesson is learning to trust others, to let go sometimes, and to manage anger. Relationships thrive on cooperation, compromise, and shared vulnerability, not just control. Next, we have the vacillator. Vacillators grow up with unpredictable parents who might show love sometimes, but withdraw it at other times. This creates a fear of abandonment that sticks with them into adulthood. Vacillators often try to find the love they were missing as children, which can lead to idealizing new relationships. But when things don't go perfectly, vacillators can feel hurt, doubtful, and unsure. They are very sensitive and notice even small changes in a partner's behavior. This can lead to internal conflict, stress, and feelings of being misunderstood. To cultivate healthy relationships, vacillators need to take their time. They should get to know someone gradually, build trust slowly and avoid rushing in with high expectations. Patience and self-awareness are key here. Finally, there's the avoider. Avoiders usually grow up in homes where affection was limited and independence was highly valued. They learn early on to take care of themselves and often suppress their emotions. Avoiders value personal space and tend to rely more on logic than feelings. They can feel uncomfortable around strong emotions, either their own or others. For avoiders, building healthy relationships means opening up and expressing emotions honestly. It's about allowing yourself to be vulnerable and trusting that others will not take advantage of your feelings. Learning to connect emotionally is the key to lasting, meaningful relationships for avoiders. So now, I want you to think for a moment. Which love style do you see in yourself? Are you a pleaser, a victim, a controller, a vacillator, or an avoider? Understanding your love style isn't about putting yourself in a box. It's about recognizing patterns in your relationships and learning how to make them healthier and more fulfilling. Relationships can be complicated, but they don't have to stay difficult forever. Once you understand yourself better, you can communicate more clearly, set boundaries that protect you, and create connections that feel safe and loving. If you found this helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. Also, share your thoughts in the comments. I would love to hear which love style resonates with you and how it has affected your relationships. Thanks so much for watching. Remember, understanding yourself is the first step to creating stronger, healthier, and happier relationships. Take what resonates, practice self-awareness, and keep learning about yourself. I'll see you in the next one.